So, welcome to Comfy Havoc number two. Two things. I'm about to read this thing about sure black people can be racist too. And before I do, let me interject that this is probably not for children. And let me also interject, even though that's Dateline behind me about Jeffrey Epstein, which is not here or there. As a person who is a multicultural ethnicity, for those who don't know what that means, it means I'm mixed. I am Cherokee, black and white. Um, I want to understate that all humans have potential to be racist, regardless of whether they are white, black, or Asian, or any other ethnicity that you are legally called upon. Alright? As a person who has been victimized by racism and other interjections, I am not 1,000% biased on the fact that all people have the potential to be racist. So before I read this, let me give y'all a little insight on the difference between racism and being prejudiced. They are two different things. Bigotry kind of falls in the middle of both of those, but for the most part, racism is a stated fact that you purely hate someone on the color of their race or their cultural background, which means, alright, so if I want to run around with war paint and Native American regalia, people will be like, oh, well, a racist statement would be, look at that Indian, or look at that chief, or that scout running around. Now, granted, if I actually was a chief or a scout, that probably wouldn't be that offensive, but as a person who was called chief for a majority of my childhood, when I was working at a bowling alley, it became kind of insulting. Now, I've also have been called a nigger and a nigger chink. Alright? Native Americans are of Asian descent. It doesn't take much to understand. If you pick up a book on Native American history, you'll understand that if you are of Native American heritage, you are of Asian descent. Alright? So that's why I slightly look a little bit Asian. Okay. Or how I've been mistaken for Hawaiian and Mexican and Samoan and Filipino. Islanders. Alright? They're also Asian. Now, here's prejudice. Prejudice is a tiny bit different because prejudice doesn't just mean about race. Prejudice can be gender, prejudice can be race, prejudice can be height, prejudice can be a conglomerate of things. Oh, I hate him because he's too fucking short. Or he's so short he could never be a bodyguard, regardless of the fact that he can fight his ass off. Another one, I hate him because he's too damn tall. And then you get into the racial aspects. I hate him because he's black. I hate him because he's Asian. I hate him because he's mixed. I hate him because he's white. Therefore, racism and prejudice are really a thin line of interweaving threads that can be taken any which way you want. But the fact of the matter is that everyone has the potential of being a racist or being prejudiced is 1,000% true. Now, I will say there are probably people who are more prejudiced than racist, unless you count the incident that happened here in Charlottesville 2 years ago. All right, so I'm going to read this article, and it says, sure, black people can be racist too. So you guys can see it. Tip it up so you can read it. Sure, black people can be racist too. All right, so CNN. I know you see them damn lights. Sorry. CNN comedian Chris Rock recently got in trouble for posting a meme, a picture of former Golden Girl Betty White. And then the first thing people say when the mass shooting is announced, Rock wrote the caption, unspoken punchline, bet he was white. Okay, I'm gonna have to make another video, a part 2 to this,